Yo, what's up guys, what's going on? It's your boy Quicxil, and if you could not see, I was too cheap to buy BoneLabs, so I got something different.
Here's a better explanation of what I'm talking about. Basically, this is Sportsmode, a ripoff of BoneLab that came out way before it did end up coming out on Quest, so it's similar but not the same. In today's video, I want to mess around and see how good this is compared to actual BoneLab, and if it's worth buying this game compared to the another $25-ish you would spend buying the actual game. But you might be wondering how we're actually going to calculate how this game could be better than BoneLab for the price. But the first thing we need to do is find out why people even like BoneLab so much in the first place.
Oh my god. Oh, hell.
Wait, what is this?
So it was at this point that I found a Reddit thread talking about why BoneLab was good, and people were discussing it. So I scrolled through the subreddit for so long, like I mean forever. I scrolled so far, all the way down to the bottom of the page. I looked at every response, and here are the key things that I think we need to take away from this. The 3 key reasons why everyone loves BoneLab so much is because 1, the modding capabilities that can make the game honestly last so long for them. And of course, a game can only last long with the story, so story is really important to them. That's something else I found. And on top of that, just the physics engine, the fact that everything is supposed to be so realistic, like your body you can hit stuff off of, and just like grabbing people, picking them up, everything is super awesome and physics based. So, and that's honestly one of the most important parts about the entire game is the physics. But now we have a problem. The story is taking a turn because Physics Lab actually doesn't even have a story mode or mods, which is 2 things that make up a big portion of why BoneLab is so popular. So to replace those 2 categories, I'm going to put a random one out there: trick shots. And this is something you probably already know, is that in this community it's actually huge. Trick shot videos and like meme videos like these ones happen to be really popular and do really good in YouTube Shorts and TikToks usually. So I'm gonna have to get some kind of really cool slow-mo clip and see if it compares to any of the cool ones I've seen before. So without further ado, let's get back onto it. Starting off, we're gonna do a couple of physics tests by beating up some dummies and seeing how it plays out. Physics test number 1, Andrew Tate. Wait, is that right?
Imagine you're sitting in Paris one day, having a cup of coffee, and terrorists roll by with AKs. Now, the person sitting next to you has their brains blown out, and is sitting there, waiting to die like a motherfucker. Me, on the other hand, I would duck and dive and dodge one terrorist, boom, bop, bop, take him out, grab his AK, and go Rambo and take out them other Pakistanians like a G.
Test number 2, we're gonna actually test out some tools that you can build with inside the game. In BoneLab, there's different tools to create different kinds of things in the actual game without needing mods, and a lot of those features are also in Sport Mode. So I'm gonna be testing out some of those features inside Sport Mode because I know they have it, and let's just see how they compare. So on screen is obviously the footage of BoneLab and how you can use those tools, and now this is Sport Mode.
All right, let's see what happens when I try to tether stuff. All right, put it here. Oh, okay. Well, this is this is not what I was thinking. Oh! Alright, and the actual sledgehammer. Alright, I said, and the actual sledgehammer. Bah! Alright, the sledgehammer itself isn't that effective. What is this mess, dude?
Alright, so now that we know the tethering works perfectly fine, let's try welding.
There we go. Oh. I think we're a little stuck on the table.
Alright, so it's really apparent to me that honestly all this stuff works kind of just like BoneLab, so we can move on to the next thing. For physics test number 3, I want to test out what they did in the ad of Sports Mode, where he just kind of drops them into other objects and stuff, so I want to try that out. I'm sure you can do that in BoneLab. I actually don't have footage of it, but here you go.
If I just make a pile of breakable stuff. Alright, grab an NPC. We'll grab a melee one to see if it will work. Alright. Oh my god! I just absolutely killed my man. Do you see him? He's missing a leg and his head. I want to see if I can like freaking super slam one of them.
Alright, so I'm pretty convinced, but I'm not 100% convinced, so I think we have one more thing to try with breaking objects.
See, now I wonder what would happen if I like... It's the circle of life. Oh, I completely missed. It's the circle of life. Oh, still didn't quite get him.
Welcome,
punch! Oh my god. Oh, Oh!
So it was obvious after the breaking objects test that we had to go bowling next. So I set up beer bottle pins, but then we got into a predicament. I did not know what to use as a bowling ball, so we had to look for something.
Now I just need a bowlable object. Let's see, props? Do I have like a, You know, I'm finding it hard to find something to go bowling with, unless... 1, 2... You know what? Nope, I'm getting a strike, and I'm going for nothing but... strike! You stupid... Hey! I got a strike! Woo! Oh! There's some glass stuck in his foot. Let me just...
Test number 5.
Alright, for the final physics-based test, I'm actually gonna try out an explosion, and honestly, it's pretty funny, so let's see how it plays out.
Melee. I love you, little buddy, but oh wait, I missed. Oh! Oh my god!
Alright, so only just now did I realize that I didn't even end up doing a trick shot, which I swear I did, so I'm sorry about that. But if you guys want me to do some trick shots in this game, like for part 2, and share this to a friend, and watch the video on screen if you want another laugh just like this video. Oh yeah, and I forgot to tell you, do I think this game is worth buying over BoneLabs for the $30 you save? No, just buy the real game.